All right, I did it. Look at me, right on time. Whew. Good morning. Tell you what, I don't know exactly what time I passed out last night, but it was early and very sudden. And I woke up thinking it was the middle of the night, and it was 11:30. So then I went back to sleep, and I woke up not very long ago today. So I've had a lot of sleep. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Who do we have here joining us on Instagram? Hi, Jen. Hi, Stacy. Good morning, Rose. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Rosa. Hey, Freddie. Hi, Allie. Hi, Edith. Hi, another Jen. We have so many Jens. Good morning. Hi, Anna. Hi, Matt. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Chad. Chad Nart. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Scott. Okay, Scott saying he did the same thing. Jen saying that she did the same thing. So were we all kind of shut down for some construction? Shut down for construction. Hello, 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 hello. Oh wait, is this Chad? Like Chad that I know? Hey, Chad, you changed your handle. All right, so we're all passing out yesterday. It wasn't just me. All right, so I'm glad that we had this talk. I'm glad that we know now. Um, So then the question is, did you also have wild dreams last night? Because I really did. So it seems like, hey babe, it seems like everybody had was shut down last night, and I had crazy dreams. So I dreamt, the one part that I really really remember is I was in Colorado, and I had a camera with me, and like not like um what you call it? Like it's like one of those, what do they call them? I'm trying to, I was asking my husband this morning, like what do you call those little cameras that we used to have all the time? Just like a regular automatic small camera, right? That everybody used to have back in the day, like Power Shot or something. And I had it, and I was looking through it and taking pictures of these different mountains in Colorado, and one was called Bear Peak or Bear something, and I was like, "Okay," and we were talking about it, and when I woke up this morning, I Googled it, and it's real. It's in Boulder, and, so I was there, and then I was in this house that was like a museum, but it used to be like this Asian house back in the 1800s in the mountains, like Asian-inspired architecture or something, and it had all of these amazing black lacquered circular doors that opened out into beautiful vistas, and like the air would come through. um, and so I was exploring this house, and there were skulls in the house, and they were mixes of two stones. It was labradorite and then another stone, like there were two of them. And that's all I really really remember. Besides, I felt like I needed to get into some water, and then I spent a lot of time on horseback last night. Lots of fast riding and some big horses last night. So, and Ron, who's just popping on here, Ron, you were in my dream. You were with me at Bear Peak. So, wild night. And I dreamt that I got my period, and I did. But I knew that was happening. It's not shocking. So we're moving into full moon energy, right? And we are also in Mercury retrograde now, like officially. Okay. Shut your mouth, Ron. Ron says that he was totally riding a horse in his dreams. Shut your mouth. What is going on, guys? Oh my god, I'm scrolling up so I can catch all of these um comments that you have here. Rebecca said I had a dream I had to do 25 fouettes, ballet turns, on my left leg, and was so mad at my ballerina sister for giving me the starting role. That sounds intense. Rose says, I dreamt I was in a wild land and then a female lion charged at me, but then just stopped and smelled me. Ooh. Valerie says, I was trying to catch a flight and missed it. Then I was in a body of water. And of course, there was an X. Megan also dreamt she got her period. Not shocking. Did you get your period? Because I definitely did. Yay. It's going to be great. Wow, everybody. What is going on? What's happening? Okay, well, lots happening, obviously. Edith is asking a question. Can you break up with a boyfriend during retrograde? You can break up with a boyfriend anytime. The weather's always fine for disengaging yourself from something that's not working. Retrograde, the Mercury kind, retrograde, the Venus kind, which we are in right now, is putting a serious spotlight on relationships. So whatever is being exposed in your current relationship right now is not new stuff. This isn't something that is shocking and you didn't see coming, even though you may have not been wanting to see it. So to answer your question very simply, of course, you need to make that decision for yourself, not based on the astrological weather. This is a you thing. This is a Edith situation. Are you not happy in a relationship? And is it not working? And have you been shown all the reasons why? Then you need to make that decision. But retrograde, the Mercury kind, can make communication a little bit wonky. So that doesn't mean we don't communicate. It just means that we take extra measures to make sure that clarity is handed over with the conversation. So if you know already that if you're in a highly emotional state and you start having a serious conversation with somebody, you're going to just break down in tears and your message is not going to be clearly given, then maybe do it a different way, right? The biggest thing for this Mercury retrograde to be like, oh, maybe I should hold off on something is only it's going to be stuff like contracts, legal document type stuff, and like if you're no contracts, legal documents. It encompasses everything. Like if you're purchasing something, booking a trip, that kind of thing. If you get delayed or stalled, don't push it. Allow the delay to be a thing. Like trust the delays and trust the detours during Mercury retrograde, because what they're doing is taking you a more circuitous route so that you gather more information that you might not have known if you would just go right ahead and done it. So pay attention to the detours for the rest of this month. It's important. Okay. And again, we are in the middle of Venus retrograde still. So pay attention to your relationship stuff. All right. Pay attention to it. And for those of you who are in my Sex, Love, and Your Body workshop, which is turning into relationship workshop, which we knew it would, I will remind you to check the message board and look at that prompt and maybe do that prompt, okay? I don't know if you saw it, but I put it there, and it's a good one, okay? All right, so I think that's that right now. We are in the thing, clearly. All of us got shut down last night. We had crazy dreams, and some of us now have our periods, so. Karen says, everyone is moody and dramatic. Well, it's not true. It's not true. Oh. All right. If you missed it, yesterday, Jen and I went live talking about relationship mapping and ended up, swirling around patriarchy and stuff too. So if you missed that, that's on my IGTV only. And I think I labeled it relationship mapping, and it was a good conversation. I really enjoyed it. So if you missed it, you might want to go back and sit in on that with a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. Okay, but I'm gonna start shuffling. If you have never been here before, if this is your first Coffee Magic, welcome. I'm gonna do sensory card pulls, and so I'm gonna pick 3 things, and you choose which thing resonates most with you this morning. It's okay if you pick more than one. Hmm. And then I pull 3 sets of cards that correspond with the thing, and you get your message for the weekend. All right? This should be very interesting. Also, thank you for my brain reminding me for this. This Sunday is our Inner Sanctum coaching call. Our full moon coaching call is Sunday at, I think, 5 p.m. The link for that is already up in the moon tab into the in the app, and it's also in the OGBFF group. Okay, so that is that. I've also heard your feedback that you would like me to give you the schedule of coaching calls a little ahead of time so that you can be there live. And I'm happy to do that. I schedule the coaching calls as close to the new moon or the full moon as possible. So, for example, Sunday, if it's on a Sunday, I'll always do it on a Sunday, and then I try to do them on Mondays or Thursdays. So, however it works out. But I will put out the schedule of at least 2 to 4 moon calls, with the caveat, of course, or the asterisk that I might have to reschedule them if I put them too far in advance, but at least to give you an idea so that you can plan to be there. Because I do love it when you're live on the coaching calls. I love as many people as possible to be live, even though, of course, they're recorded for you. Okay, so that's Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our coaching call. And reminder as well that you also have a midweek coaching and coffee and coaching with me now, which is our Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. And that's also in a Zoom. And the recordings are in the group as well. So I'm loving the extra contact with you. Wednesdays are turning into my favorite. And if you're not part of Inner Sanctum and you're interested in joining, you can hop on over to innersanctum.me and get yourself registered. All right. Oh my God. What? Janelle says, if you switch to green tea instead of coffee, you'll be 87% less blissful. Did you do that? Why would you do that right now? All right. So what are our 3 things today? That's okay. You didn't fail. You listened to your heart. All right. We're gonna go with I have 2 things in my mind right now, and neither of them are like each other. All right, we're gonna go with herbs. We're gonna go with herbs. I was gonna go with types of pants, but I'd rather not. Let's go with herbs. Does that feel good for us this morning? Rebecca says, that's the fucking worst. Don't do that. Janelle. I was thinking shoes too. I had shoes, pants, and herbs come through my brain. I'm like, okay. I actually feel like I like shoes better than herbs right now. Let's do shoes. Let's do shoes. Okay. So the first shoe that's popping into my head is a clog. So we've got clogs, black stilettos, and Ugg boots. Clogs, black stilettos, and Ugg boots. And if you are a person who doesn't wear any of those types of shoes, it doesn't matter. Just pick whichever shoe is piquing your interest this morning. It doesn't have to be a shoe you'd wear. The shoes are metaphors for different types of energy. So, clogs, stilettos, or Uggs. What are you feeling this morning? Yeah, I thought the clog sounded familiar. I love all of the people who are saying stilettos and Uggs. So funny. Yeah, the clogs are really traditional. They're wooden for sure. These are not Danskos, but they're comfortable. They're comfortable. Sarah, I don't know what those are. Are those Uggs? Or stiletto boots? It's a small icon. All right, what am I choosing? Hey Jen, you're just in time. We're choosing from 3 different types of shoes. Clogs, stilettos, or Uggs. I mean, honestly, I'm going with 2. I'm going with clogs and Uggs. The first and the last. We'll just bookend this. All right. Before I do that, why don't we just do a little smudging here? Some for you. And here. Here. All right. All right, clog people, you ready to do this? Oh no, now I have that song in my head and I don't want this song in my head. You know what song is in my head? And here we go. Tell me when you're ready. Yep, that's the one, Jen. That's the song. I do not want that. No, it's not Who Let the Clogs Out. Goodness gracious, everybody. All right. So if you chose clogs, there is also Megan. What kind of shoes did you pick? I didn't catch that. I didn't catch Jen or Megan's shoes. So let me just hold on before. No, I'm just kidding. But go ahead. All right. Um, if you chose clogs, I think you've gotten this. Ooh, I think you've gotten this message um, once or twice. You've probably gotten it once or twice. So here's your story for clog people. It's the stag, it's the cow, and it's restriction. So remember, the stag was coming through really recently, I feel, to give you that Leo energy. Do you remember that? The Leo energy, that like tapping into healed Leo energy where you walk in the room and you're like, it's me. I highly recommend myself, that kind of thing. Um, you need to really lean into that. It's no longer like it would be nice if you could step into your self-confidence. It's more like step the fuck into your self-confidence so we can get on with the rest of the show. It's not like it's a gentle suggestion that maybe this would make you feel better and your life would be nicer if you did that. No, you already had that message, which was like tap, tap, tap. Do you want to look at that? Tap, tap, tap. And now it's like, get in there. Whoosh. Okay. He doesn't have that expression on his face, but trust me, that's the vibe. Now, we also have the cow, which is a very different type of animal. And the cow is going to ask you a question in a different way because you didn't really listen great the first time the cow came, or the second time, or the third time. And I think this is probably like the sixth time the cow has come for you. So the cow is going to rephrase her message. Why do you feel that the only way you can be worth something to another person is by serving them and giving them things? Why do you feel that you always have to be in service to a person in order to bring value? The cow says, why? Because when you do that, you do two things, and one you don't even realize you're doing. And the first one that you don't realize what you're doing is you are robbing that person of the opportunity to actually love and appreciate you back. Okay? That's one. The other thing you're doing is making damn sure that you get burnt out, angry, resentful, and bitter, because that's what happens at some point to everybody who is always giving, 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 and never taking a moment to receive. Okay. We talked about this. Jen and I talked about this on the live yesterday, about the long suffering woman, right? And we're so conditioned and trained that a good woman is somebody who constantly gives and never takes for herself, always the last to eat, always the last serving of something, always, just taking care of everybody else and putting herself at the very low end of the totem pole. And somehow that's virtuous and that's good. And that's what we want on our tombstone. She took care of everybody else but herself and now she's dead. Congratulations. The cow doesn't want that energy anymore. You need to take care of yourself and you need to demand that any relationships you're in are serving you as much as you're serving them. Restriction is here because this is your favorite game. Blocking yourself at every single turn. Anytime something good happens to you, you figure out a way to make it not good because you're like, I don't deserve this. I'm stuck. I'm blocked. I'm not big enough for this. I'm too big for that. Like all of the things, right? This is a perception card. Restriction is all about perception. Somebody can be in the exact same circumstances as you and feel incredibly free due to their perspective on what a restriction actually is. It's the same thing, and I think about this because I had this conversation with somebody years ago, okay? Because I was complaining, and again, this was years ago. I was complaining about how fat I was, right? Like, oh God, I've gained so much weight, and like, da da da. And I didn't have the, I don't know, the awareness, didn't read the room great, how it is. But the person I was talking to was probably like a good 60 pounds heavier than me. And I didn't even think about it. But she looked at me and she said, Sarah, from like where I'm sitting, if I was your weight, I would be so excited and thrilled and I'd be wearing all of these different types of outfits and like blah blah blah. And like she's like, that would be my dream to like have the body you're in right now. And at the time, I was like, thanks, that really like doesn't make any sense to me. But today, that's a conversation that like lives rent free in my head because that was the moment of planting a seed of awareness of perspective. And now I understand that what for me feels like a burden and like something I want to change for somebody else could feel like the answer to all of their prayers. And again, that's perception. And it doesn't mean I have to look at everything through the lens of somebody else's ideas, but it does help to have a little bit of fucking perspective to know that this is not the end of the freaking world. And there's a chance that your narrow perception is not all that's available to you here. That's all. Okay? All right? Cloud people, of which I am part of, god damn. These cards lately are just rude in the morning. We're gonna have to start doing coffee and whiskey, magic and whiskey, whatever, in the morning. Whatever. Or maybe we should all light a joint or something. You never know. I could be doing that. All right. Next one is what? Stilettos. Stilettos. Tiffany. Tiffany says, damn clogs, I should have stayed in bed instead of getting my dirty laundry aired early on a Friday morning. But isn't it kind of fun, Tiffany? Like we could do this together. It's an activity that we do together, you know? It's like we're here all together in a group. Scott. Okay, don't be scared. Let's see what the stilettos have to say. Let's see. Puff puff pass, my friend. Oh, Scott. All right. All right. All right. Oh no, where'd my thing go? There you are. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Stiletto people. Spider. Grail Knight. Dog. Seems all right. Ouch. Okay, so here we go. Grail Knight, Spider, Dog. So let's start with the dog because we get the dog a lot. The dog is about loving yourself all the time, recommending yourself. This is kind of surfing along that same Leo energy, but just remember how dogs are with their people that they love, and you need to be a dog for yourself. Okay, your biggest fan, your biggest supporter, forgiveness on tap, love on tap. Love, forgiveness, love, forgiveness, love, forgiveness for you, the dog. Now let's get into the other stuff. You have the Grail Knight and the Spider. The Spider is all about weaving your web, okay? And here's the thing, for those of you who pick stilettos, you've been weaving your web, all right? And I'm going to guess that there have been some things that have happened over the past couple months that have made you feel like maybe I shouldn't be in the business of web building, you know? Maybe what I think I want to do, I don't have enough talent for, or I don't have the capacity for. A lot of you who pulled this card are probably in that space of like liminal, terrifying space between a more conventional job and kind of striking out on your own and doing something more entrepreneurial. And that scares the shit out of you. And it should, because conditioning and our society has told you that the most important thing is to have a steady paycheck. And the little voice inside of you that's gotten louder and louder is saying, I don't want to live the rest of my life doing a job that brings me no joy, putting my energy into a machine that isn't creating something that I approve of, all to what? One day retire to do what? There's that part of you that's starting to understand that vocation and passion can be handholders, right? And then yet another part of you starting to understand that just because you've had a spiritual awakening doesn't mean that your career now must be in a spiritual niche. Your job, quite honestly, each and every one of you, is to bring your magic to whatever you're doing. And if you start to look at it that way, if you start to understand that you're the one who brings the magic to the things, to the place, it shifts things for you and will probably open some doors that up until now have been closed. So if you're in a job right now that you're like, this is not in alignment with my energy right now, and it's like, it's not what I want to be doing because, I'm opening up in all these different ways and like working with energy, and like this feels like a very like, regimented job. Maybe you're a teacher or you're in healthcare, like whatever it is. And you're like, oh, it obviously needs to be something else because I need something like more woo woo for me. I'm here to tell you that that may not be the case. It may not be the case. We don't need, I've said this a lot, we don't need everybody to turn into a Reiki master and give hands on energy treatments. That is not the way. If everybody is doing that, how is that helpful? We need you guys in places that are the most stodgy, hypocritical, obnoxious institutions currently happening. That is how we make the shifts and changes from the inside of those institutions. The more bright, shiny, magical people involved in all of the darkest places make those places brighter. And that's your job, right? So if you've been trying to shove yourself into a new vocation that's just not working for you, ask yourself, what's my motivation to do this? And am I bringing my magic to what I'm doing right now? Follow your bouncing ball. Right now, everything is up and boom, 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 shifting all over the place. This is not the time to know for sure, unfortunately, but you'll know soon. And you're getting next steps, right? You might not get the whole game plan, and there's a reason for it. We don't get to have the game plan because if we did, we would fuck it up. That's how we do. If you give us 5 steps, we'll get to step 1, 2, and we'll look at 5 and we'll say, I don't see how that works. I'm just going to alter this a little bit and that feels uncomfortable for me. And like, I don't like the color red, whatever it is, right? We get what we can handle that we won't mess up. So sometimes that's literally like 1 step. For me, it's usually 1 step. And I have to wait until it feels right to even do the 1 step because that's how it be for me. So follow your bouncing ball and trust that there is a path ahead of you. We get so anxious, right? When we step out of something that is comfortable for us and we just think we're going to die or something. But, I don't think you will. Grail Night is actually, I've already talked about it, but the Grail Night is, again, just emphasizing that idea of like, oh, what is this thing I'm after? What I'm on a quest for this thing. I don't even know what it is. That's great. You live in the present moment. That's where you live. So be here now, pay attention to what's going on around you, and work to weave and create with the magic that's currently at hand. I promise you have a whole lot of it. Okay? So there's your stiletto message. Wasn't too bad, right? The last one is Uggs. And Uggs are very comfortable. So we'll see. We'll see how that works for you. All right. Jesus. Okay. Ugg people, are you ready? Here's your very soft and comfortable message for this Friday morning. Here's your fear card. Fear and focus. And then a dragon. Okay. Fear, focus, and dragon. Welcome. Welcome to this party that lured you in with promises of cozy sheepskin lined slippers. Should have picked stilettos. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. This is fine. We all probably need this one actually. So should we talk about this one first? It's the fear card. So for those of you who chose UGG, and for those of you who are going to resonate with this one, the fear card is coming through because it's kind of piggybacking on Wednesday. What day is today? Friday. Wednesday? I think Wednesday's cards that we had gotten both the goblin and the wasp. Do you remember that? We've gotten both the goblin and the wasp. And the fear is tying into that energy because you're at a point right now where you've kind of efficiently removed yourself from your comfort zone, but you're still close enough to your comfort zone that you can kind of like see it over there and you're like, "Ooh, that looks kind of good." But also you can't go back to it because you've already made so many changes that it's almost like if you were to go back there, you'd have to then like, cut an arm off or something, like something intense, right? So you can't go back into your comfort zone because you've just gone too far. And that is starting to really freak you out. And it's fear, it's fear. It's like, like I don't know if I can survive this. I think my body might actually go into some sort of shock and I might just, obliterate myself right here. All my cells might explode. It's all right. That's not going to actually happen. Okay. Your cells aren't going to explode. You're not going to just completely disintegrate into a matterless form. Um, it's all right. I understand the feeling, and I think that we need to respect it. We're not going to fight this fear. We're going to accept that this is how it feels right now to step so far out of your comfort zone and to know you can't go back into it. It's not a good feeling. So let's all respect our fear right now and understand that we're not going to live in it. It's an emotion, not a destination. Okay. You're feeling something based off of something you've done. It is a feeling, not a place. You don't live here, you're just experiencing it. So let yourself be scared. That's all right. Just be scared, be terrified, but don't stop. Don't allow this to make you question every single thing in your whole life because you've already kind of like gone past that. Okay. So there's your fear. Now you've got your focus in the dragon. And this is your power team to kind of help you once you're done having your panic attack. It's going to help you to kind of move into a next space. All right. Leveling up, living in a higher dimensional consciousness does not mean you stop feeling all of your human feels. It doesn't mean life is suddenly easy. It doesn't mean you don't experience conflicts. It doesn't mean you never have self doubt. It doesn't mean that you always do the right thing and that things just happen like magic all the time. What it does mean is that you have this inner peace that allows you to stay present and in your body, no matter what's going on, because you know that you are a sovereign being and you know that whatever's happening, you're all right. And you can then navigate the situation from a place of sovereignty and grounded in your body as opposed to a place of fear and panic. Okay. That really is the only difference. Life doesn't suddenly become less fuckery filled. You do. And that changes the way that you interact with the energy. That's all. You're a very powerful person. You are super magical. You have all of the tools right in front of you. All you need to do is step into that power. And that is the magic. So we're not waiting to be saved by anybody. We're not waiting for things to suddenly look good so we can peek out of our caves and go out. We're not waiting for the weather to shift, is what I'm saying. You are the weather. Be what you want to be. Do what you want to do. Have confidence when you speak. Have confidence when you step in a room. Understand that you bring so much value to the world around you simply by being yourself. You bring less value when you try so hard to be something that you're not. Okay? We all need to shine in the unique ways that we were made to shine. And we need to support each other in doing that. We need to applaud each other when we see each other doing that. And this spread of cards is telling me that you are doing this. Your fear that you're having right now is healthy, and it is indicating that you are doing this work. So allow yourself to feel it. Don't be mad at yourself. Feel it and remind yourself that this is a feeling, not a place. And every day is a new energy. Every moment could be a new energy. You're not going to be in this for very long. So learn what you need to learn, feel what you need to feel, and then trust that you're being moved into a space that you need to be in. Okay? So there's your UGG message for this morning. I mean, quite honestly, this whole week has been a wild energy week, and a lot has been happening and being revealed. And I think that the fact that we're now in Mercury retrograde and this big full moon energy is coming through, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, and it's going to be amazing. So I feel excited about it. Reminder, our full moon coaching call is this Sunday, 5 p.m. This Sunday, 5 p.m. I hope you can join me live because it'll be fun. If you're not a member, go to innersanctum.me and you can join. I'm going to do one more thing for you, though. Where's my... No, I think we're doing this. We're doing a fairy card. Here's your weekend fairy card. Oh, look who it is. It's the Green Man again. We got the Green Man recently. Does anyone remember when? Rose? I know it was recently. There were 2 cards pulled. It was Green Man and somebody else. Okay. It's number 34. It's Green Man. Collective. Okay. You're going to like this card. Not so long ago, all was quiet, dark, and cold. But something has changed, and it will manifest into your world in significant ways, through you and all around you. This is a time of renewal, a time of new beginnings and connections for you. Your energy will be extending itself easily, and you will fall in love with the new world you are creating. This is a time for you to actively pursue what it is you wish to create in your life and to acknowledge the presence of the powerful new energies all about you. Each day will bring these changes, and it is as if life force itself is surging through you, and every cell radiates this bright, strong, fierce new energy. To be effective, this energy must be directed, not tamed, but given places to flow into. And thus, you must choose and shape the energies you are experiencing. Nature and its energies shall pour through you when this card comes forth, and it is necessary for you to quickly begin to shape these forces in meaningful ways. This is also a time when you no longer see sharp distinctions between what is outside of yourself and what is within. You feel linked, connected, a part of a great natural, magical whole, and this empowers you into brave, open-hearted action. So it might have been Green Man and Maybom. So there it is, you guys. There's your stuff. Thank you for joining me this morning for Coffee and Magic. I'm here every Monday and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want more, you want to connect deeper, you can join Inner Sanctum, which is our virtual coaching community with all of these amazing people. And we meet 2 times a month for coaching calls. You have a meditation library that you can get into. And we also have our midweek coaching, which is coffee and coaching. So if you want more, you know where to find me, innersanctum.me. I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. Drink water where you can, take the rest where you need to, and I'll see you Monday morning or Sunday if you're coming to the coaching call. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys.